asking you a big picture view on India. In all of your visits here over the last 20 years, what do you believe has been the most significant change?
So when I look at India, first of all, in the broader global ecosystem, I sense the sense of optimism about the India opportunity. So MasterCard isn't a standout from that perspective. We're deeply involved in the market, so we might have a deeper view than others. And from that perspective, what I've seen, particularly over the last 4 or 5 years, when previously at product in MasterCard and now at the CEO role, is this tremendous growth of the digital economy in India. So as India leverages technology to pull more people into a more inclusive digital economy, that's a real standout. That obviously is a tide that lifts everybody's boats, including MasterCard's, and we're happy to be on that journey. So I like that. Yesterday, we launched a very big facility in India. One of our 7 tech hubs has been launched in Pune. It's about 6,000 people there in a state-of-the-art facility. And the sentiment of our employees, first of all, there's excitement.
Yeah.
They see the commitment to India with this investment, but there's also this excitement and the sense of opportunity, and we will find a solution, we'll find an opportunity. The level of ingenuity here is just infectious. So every time I come here, that is one thing to look forward to. There will be one new idea that I will find out about.
Did you pick up on a new idea yesterday?
Yeah, well, actually, we launched a big this new idea here only, when was it? The Global FinTech Festival.
Right.
A few weeks back here, which was Passkeys, which is basically biometric authentication for online commerce. Might not sound very exciting to most people listening to this. I find it personally very exciting because it makes something very complex very easy and very safe. You're online and you know it will just work. And you just can rely on that. I thought that is a very exciting idea. And it was first launched in India.
Well, I will come to the launches in India and what India is likely to do for MasterCard in terms of powering your global solutions. But coming back to Pune, as well as your aspiration for India, you talked about the 7 global tech hubs that you have. I believe this is going to be your largest facility for MasterCard globally. As you were allocating resources, what made you want to double down on India?
Right. So we have been in India for 40 years as a company. We've been bringing our payment solutions here. We set up our initial facility in Pune 10 years ago. So we have 10 years of experience with our ability to attract the best talent in the country, to attract talent that allows us to co-innovate out of India, catering to some of these special situation, where everything in India has to work at scale. Now, this makes it a very unique market. We're a business that's all about scale. We're in 200 plus countries, so learning about scale and having employees that, have that mindset sets India apart versus some of our other tech hubs where we do other things really well. We've learned over 10 years on how these tech hubs can work with each other. And it is a global network of innovating tech hubs, follow the sun model, spanning the globe. And we said, okay, we're going to double down here because we have the talent, we have the scale aspect, and we have this aspect of, coming back to the culture point that I made earlier, the ingenuity is just really strong here. So puts us in a position to do that, and we feel very welcome because for 40 years now, there's a strong partnership with the government here, with the fintech sector. So for all of those reasons, I can go on. But we made a decision, and it's a commitment to India, but it's also a commitment to innovation and what we do around the globe.
Can you quantify the commitment in terms of the incremental investments that this will entail in this new facility, this expansion that you have announced, as well as what we could expect over the next 5 years from MasterCard?
So over the last 5 years, we invested $1 billion here. This project's been, we opened it yesterday, but it's been a 2.5-year kind of construction project, absolutely state-of-the-art of employee experience. So we expect the staff number to grow in India, and it's been laid out for that. So many more opportunities that we will be investing in.
Well, speaking of opportunities, and you talked about collaborating with the thriving fintech ecosystem in India, take me through what excites you about what's happening there. Also, what worries you? Because, I mean, the pace of change is significant and the pace of innovation is pretty remarkable as well. So both from an opportunity point of view, but also a threat point of view, how do you look at that?
So we started off talking about us being bullish, me personally being bullish on the India opportunity. I had a first-hand experience to see that it's not just us. At the Leadership Summit of the U.S.-India Strategic Partnership Forum, I'm on the board there. I'm also on the board of the U.S.-India CEO Forum. So a lot of perspective.
So you've got a ringside view on what CEOs are saying.
A lot of perspective of what others are thinking. And when it comes to the startup community, India has a super strong startup ecosystem. It really fueled that. Fintech in particular is strong. So at the Leadership Summit, we had a few unicorns on stage, and they were talking about their growth story from a government support perspective, from a regulatory perspective, from a funding perspective. So here's a government that really is able to mobilize funding. So from that perspective, that's an important sector for us to engage in. What do? We are a fintech, a very large one, but we are a fintech. And we're engaging with other fintechs, helping them with our payment solutions. So giving you an example, take the world of credit-based solutions. So in India, there's a tremendous opportunity to further democratize the access to credit. There's a lot of businesses that innovate around that. In the end, money has to flow. Payment solutions are needed for that. Data is needed for that to assess credit and make that easier for banks. So we provide those solutions. There's a whole opportunity in the world of commercial payments. There's a lot of fintechs that focus on helping businesses digitize their processes, enable reconciliation of data, engage their customers in a better way. Those are all solutions that we provide for years on consumer engagement, on customer engagement, on data management. And all of this, everyone in this sector needs one thing. In an ever more digitizing world where the digital economy becomes like the economy, cybersecurity rises to the top. And that's a big part of how we engage with the ecosystem as well. That's a strong suit of MasterCard.
For more news and updates, all you need to do is follow CNBC TV 18 on all of our digital platforms.